Cybersecurity analyst roles are a great way to get started in cybersecurity. You may be closer to being job ready than you actually think. The key is knowing which skills employers look for and how to show those skills clearly. Once you know what to focus on, it becomes much easier to plan your next steps. Cybersecurity is a broad field, and analyst roles are one of the most common places to start. They're a great way to build experience because you develop technical skills, problem-solving skills, and communication skills that carry across the industry. So, what are employers actually looking for? Let's start with network security. You need to understand how data moves through systems, how devices connect, and what normal traffic looks like. That foundation helps you spot unusual activity more quickly. You'll also see tools like firewalls, VPNs, endpoint protection platforms, and intrusion detection systems in a lot of job postings. Employers want to know that you understand what these tools do, how they support security, and where they fit into a larger environment. You'll also want to understand threat detection and incident response since it's a big part of the job. You may need to investigate suspicious logins, unusual traffic, repeated access attempts, or activity tied to a compromised account. That often means gathering evidence, reviewing alerts, escalating concerns, and helping contain issues early. This is where what you know starts turning into real judgment. A lot of that work happens inside SIEM tools. Platforms like Splunk, Microsoft, Centel, and similar tools help teams collect logs, monitor activity, and identify patterns across large environments. Experience with SIEM tools stand out because it shows employers that you can work with the kinds of systems and security teams they use every day. Even guided practice in a lab can help. You may also see employers ask for familiarity with governance, risk, and compliance. That can sound specialized, but the basic idea is pretty straightforward. Organizations need to protect systems, customer data, and internal processes while also meeting industry standards. That's why frameworks like NIST, ISO 27001, and SOC2 come up so often. You don't need to memorize every detail. What helps is having a practical understanding of how security controls support business goals. Another skill that can help you stand out is basic scripting. A lot of analysts' work involves repetitive checks, log review, and data handling. Knowing some Python, PowerShell, or similar tools can help you automate tasks and work more efficiently. You do not need advanced software engineering skills, so let's be clear on that. Even being able to read a script, adjust it, or write something simple can leave a strong impression. Technical skills are important, but communication can be just as valuable. Cybersecurity teams work with people across the business, so you may need to explain a security event to leadership, document findings for another team, or recommend next steps to colleagues with different priorities. When you can communicate clearly, it's often easier for others to understand your work and act on it. Some candidates focus heavily on technical skill and do not always realize how valuable it is explaining technical issues clearly and guided next steps. Along with communication, employers also want to see that you can apply what you know in practical settings and include this in their job requirements. This is where hands-on experience can really help. Home labs, guided simulations, capture the flag exercises, portfolio projects, and scenario-based learning all help turn theory into something visible. They also give you stronger examples to talk about during your interviews. So instead of saying you studied incident response, you can talk about how you investigated a simulated phishing attempt or reviewed suspicious logs in a practice environment. That kind of detail helps hiring teams picture you in the role. If you are preparing for a cybersecurity analyst role, it helps to focus on 3 areas. Build your technical foundation in things like networking, operating systems, and security tools. Get practical experience through labs, projects, or simulations. And strengthen professional skills like communication, documentation, and teamwork. That combination can open up a lot of doors. Cybersecurity continues to create opportunities, and organizations in many industries need professionals who can help protect systems and respond to new challenges. Motivated learners who are building the right skills with intention can find opportunities, so you do not need to know everything before you begin, but you do need practice, progress, and a clear plan. If this was helpful, explore the links in the description and subscribe for more practical insights on careers, learning, and professional growth.